landing, please disembark and proceed through the neutral area to the clearance zone. Until you are granted a clearance code, please observe all security requirements. Your party will be met by a consignment of escort boots. Please step into the boots.
I'm supposed to wear these? These look like Frankenstein's hand-me-downs. Have you got anything with a Cuban heel or crepe sole? I can't wear these. I'm a hologram.
That has been accounted for.
Now what?
God, what's this? Oh, relax, sir. It's just a mind probe.
What's a mind probe?
Oh, the computer was just searching our minds, presumably for any evidence of criminal activities.
What do you mean, criminal activity?
No, I wouldn't worry about it, sir. It's just a routine clearance procedure.
Yeah, but when you say criminal activity, what do you mean by criminal activity? I mean, how criminal do you mean by criminal?
What are you bleating on about, Lister?
Just define criminal activity for me, that's all.
Well, imagine a situation where someone had committed a crime and concealed it from the law. The mind probe would be able to uncover that crime and sentence that person accordingly.
Why did no one tell me this before I put the Schmeggin boots on?
Listy, is that a small sewage plant you're carrying in your trousers? Or do I detect you're a tad concerned?
Well, come on, guys. Everyone's done something in their past that's been a little bit illegal.
No, I haven't. I've never so much as got a parking ticket.
Oh, Schmeggin it.
So what did you do?
Well, like scrumping. When I was a kid back in Liverpool, we used to always go scrumping.
Oh, stealing apples, that's hardly a crime, sir.
Yeah, but me and my mates, we used to go scrumping for cars.
Did you get caught?
All the time. I was stupid.
Oh, well, there's no problem then. You've already served your punishment.
Yeah, there was other things as a kid, though. Things I didn't get caught for.
Like what?
Well, there was this one time at this hotel.
Oh, lots of people take towels from hotels, sir.
I took the bed. I went to knock the window to my mates outside. I was renting this flat, you see. It was unfurnished.
You mean to say you went to a hotel and stole the bed?
Stole the entire room.
Absolutely despicable. You're a common thief.
I'm not making excuses, but everyone was doing it. I wasn't strong enough to go against the flow.
I would not like to be in your boots right now, buddy.
Why? What do you think's going to happen to me?
Oh, don't worry about it, sir. I'm sure they're not going to be interested in some minor misdemeanor you committed as an adolescent over 3 million years ago.
Seriously, Crichton, do you reckon?
Boy, I'm really getting the hang of this lie mode. That was totally convincing, wasn't it?
The Mechanoid Crichton, clearance granted. You may go freely about the complex. The creature known as Cat, clearance granted.
Hey, I hear they do good bread and water here, buddy.
The human known as Lister, despite a number of petty criminal acts, clearance granted. The hologram known as Rimmer, guilty of second-degree murder, 1,167 counts.
No, there must be some mistake, surely.
Each count carries a statutory penalty of 8 years penal servitude. In the light of your hologrammatic status, these sentences are to be served consecutively, making a total sentence of 9,328 years.
I've never so much as returned a library book late. Second-degree murder? 1,000 people? I would have remembered.
Your willful negligence in failing to reseal a drive plate resulted in the deaths of the entire crew of the Jupiter Mining Corporation vessel, the Red Dwarf.
Oh, that!
Sentence to commence immediately. You are now leaving the neutral area and entering the justice zone. Beyond this point, it is impossible to commit any act of injustice.
Help!
Hi, killer.
9,000 years. 9.
I brought you a book.
Oh, thanks. That'll really help the centuries fly past.
Don't panic, man. We're going to get you out of here.
Why bother? I'll be up for parole in another couple of ice ages.
Look, Crichton reckons you've got the right of appeal. He's trying to put a case together right now. This isn't a bad place for a prison. How come there's no locks or bars or guards or anything?
There doesn't need to be. The whole prison complex is covered by something called the justice field. I have to sit through this tedious lecture. Apparently, it's physically impossible to commit any sort of crime here.
What do you mean?
Just try and commit a crime, you'll see.
Well, like what?
I don't know, anything. Arson. Try and set fire to those sheets.
Okay.
Go on, try it. Whatever crime you try and commit, the consequences happen to you.
Smack it! Nice example, Vimy. Nice example. You could have just explained that to me verbally.
It's the same with stealing, same with everything.
Right, I'm with you. So if you nick something, something of yours goes missing, yeah?
Right. Try it.
No.
You see, it's the perfect system. It forces the inmates to adhere to the law. Once they get out, it's become second nature.
Good news. The justice computer has sanctioned a retrial. I think we have a very strong case.
You do?
It's simply a question of differentiating between guilt and culpability, sir. What the mind probe detected was your own sense of guilt about the accident. In a way, you tried and convicted yourself. I simply have to establish that you're a neurotic, underachieving emotional retard whose ambition far outstrips his minuscule ability and consequently blames himself for an accident for which he could not possibly have been responsible.
You're going to prove that I was innocent of negligence on the grounds that I'm a half-witted incompetent?
Man, there ain't a jury in the land that wouldn't buy a plea like that.
Well, no, not a half-wit exactly, more a buffoon.
But how would you begin to build such a case? Where would you conjure up the evidence?
Sir, providing I can have complete free access to your personal data files, I think I could come up with the outline of a winning case by lunchtime. The mind probe was created to detect guilt. Yet, in the case of Arnold Judas Rimmer, the guilt it detected attaches to no crime. He held a position of little or no importance on Red Dwarf. He was a lowly grease monkey, a zero, a nothing, a piece of sputum floating in the toilet bowl of life. Yet he could never come to terms with a lifetime of underachievement. His absurdly inflated ego would never permit it. He's like the security guard on the front gate, who considers himself head of the corporation. So, when the crew were wiped out by a nuclear accident, Arnold Rimmer accepted the blame. It was his ship, ergo his fault. I ask the court, look at this man. This man who sat and failed his astronavigation exam on no less than 13 occasions. This sad man, this pathetic man, this joke of a man, this...
Crichton, you're going over the top. The court will never buy it.
Sir, trust me. My whole case hinges on proving you're a dork.
Understood.
I call my first witness. Name?
Dave Lister.
Occupation?
Bum.
Would you describe the accused as a friend?
Take the fifth.
Now, please answer the question. Remember, you are under polygraphic surveillance. Would you describe the accused as a friend?
No, I'd describe the accused as a git.
Who would you say, then, is the person who thinks of him most fondly?
I do.
And are there no others who've shared moments of intimacy with him?
Only one, but she's got a puncture.
Objection!
Overruled.
So you wouldn't describe him as a man with a good social life?
No. He partied less than Rudolf Hess. He was totally dedicated to his career. He was in charge of Z Shift, you see, and it occupied his every waking moment.
And what was Z Shift's most important duty?
Well, we had a lot of important duties on the ship, but I guess our most vital responsibility was making sure the vending machines didn't run out of front-size crunchy bars.
Can you ever envisage a situation where the lack of honeycomb-centered chocolate bars might be the direct cause of a lethal radiation leak?